actually shocked a lot of Zimbabweans when he wrote a statement responding to the BBI document, which was already out in the public domain and debated by the people of Zimbabwe. What was contained on the statement issued by the Minister of Justice, that is Minister Ziyambi, was that he had no knowledge of the document. In fact, let me try to go to the statement that was actually produced by the minister, saying, "It has come to my attention that a document entitled Breaking Barriers Initiative, bearing no named author and allegedly referenced in a purported dossier recently submitted to the presidium of the governing party ZANU-PF, is being disseminated widely across social media platforms. Such dissemination is accompanied by unsubstantiated, unverified, and uncorroborated assertion that the document constitutes an authentic representation of official stance of ZANU-PF and the government of Zimbabwe regarding the proposed amendment to the Constitution of Zimbabwe, intended to implement and give effect to the party's resolution number 1. So, in simple terms, in this letter, I think I have posted it on my Facebook. On my Facebook channel, that is Hloniphani Global News. You can go and read. But the Minister of Legal Affairs, Cabinet Minister, denied the knowledge of the BBI. With me here, I have evidence that he was lying. In fact, he has been briefed about this BBI through it's a 13-page document. I think I will try also to post it. I will post it, in fact, on my also, or I'll post the link so on my Facebook channel, maybe, as well as also the X page of the channel, that is Hloniphani Global News. You must be actually following these two pages because I post a lot of content there, especially to substantiate what I would have discussed here. So Ziyambi lied through a press statement that was issued today that he has no knowledge of BBI. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hloniphani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, according to this communication, Ziyambi was briefed on the 12th of July, that is 2025, and the briefing says, I'll read part of it. It says, briefing document for the honorable. The honorable is written in wrong, it has a wrong spelling. Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, Comrade Ziyambi. This brief addresses the following 3 separate but interrelated questions that are crucial and for the understanding of the proposed omnibus amendment to the Constitution. Amendment to the Constitution number 3, Bill 2025, under the Breaking Barriers Initiative. You see that there is a lot of information that is hidden for the people of Zimbabwe. Question 1. Will the proposed transition from the direct election of the president to an indirect election by Parliament following the proposed repeal of Section 92 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe require the resignation of the sitting president? Question 2. Is the wording, whether continuous or not, in Section 91(2) of the Constitution of Zimbabwe 2013 in terms or to reckoning of here or more years, the minimum threshold that constitute a full term? Question 3. Does the wording in Section 143(1) of the Constitution of Zimbabwe that Parliament is elected for a 5-year term mean that the section has a term limit provision? as contemplated under Section 3281 of the Constitution, and therefore cannot be amended without a referendum as required by Section 3287. Below are the responses to the important question. No vacuum in the proposed BBI constitutional transition is in the case that in the Breaking Barriers initiative, constitutional transition in a term of the proposed omnibus amendment to the Constitution, amendment to the Constitution number 3, Bill 2025, His Excellency the President Iti Mnangagwa would be required to resign to contest for the presidential term under the new proposed election system in Parliament, following the proposed repeal of Section 92 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe. The answer is an emphatic no. It is tried that to be acceptable, the transition should be smooth and seamless without a vacuum even for a second. This is because vacuum is by definition dangerous in that it can throw up unpredictable circumstances that can invite chaos and thus undermine the intended constitutional objective. Given that the overarching objective of the proposed omnibus amendment to the Constitution is the detoxification of the scourge of disputed elections and the toxic policy environment in between the disputed elections, it will be counterproductive to have a solution that is based on an election that would be invariably disputed, no matter how it's held or conducted. For the avoidance of doubt, and while the issue will, it appears this was answering the questions that the Minister Ziyambi of Legal Affairs was actually having from this particular company, obviously that is fronted by individuals like Professor Jonathan Moyo and this other fellow, I forget his name. Yes, he's called he's called actually Glenn Mpani. So he says also the document that was released does not have the name of the person who actually wrote that particular document. It has, and at the end, in page 13 of this particular document, I can't read all of it. I have also to read it as an individual, and I will come back to you. We have to understand what is happening in Zimbabwe at the moment. It appears the faction I've said to people, don't undermine the faction of retired General Chwenga. Do so at your own peril. It appears they have everything in place. And at the end of that submission, it's written submission done by Glenn Mpane, managing partner at Chikamo Political Advisory and Campaigns Services. So it has the name. So it appears they have got all, even the communications that were sent Ziyambi. This document that I think I will put it on record. This document is supposed to be, it's written confidential. You were not supposed to know about it. I think I will study it and come back to you. This is a breaking news, a serious actually revelation, so that I know whether I'm supposed to read everything or not. But hey, this is explosive. It is very, very explosive. It appears the faction of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa is ahead of the people. What you are seeing happening is just like a match that has been played, and you are seeing a replay of that match, and you are told that you don't know the scoreline of that match, but it's a replay already. It's a match whose scoreline is known by a certain section. Only the section that is watching is not aware of the scoreline. So the Mnangagwa faction appears to, as I have told you, in fact, during this period, to them it is considered as a period whereby they are actually watching the moves of the people, on how the people will actually react to this. So guess what? I'll be posting the link on my Facebook page, so that me and you, we can be reading this, and then as soon as I'm done, of which I'll be done by tomorrow, or maybe I'll be done by I can read it within a space of less than maybe 15 minutes. I'll be done. If it warrants me to come back, definitely I will come back, but I will post it on my Facebook page so that we read it together. We are getting confidential documents they thought would never be privy to. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please don't forget to press the red or black subscribe button